Guys, I'm worried about Bitcoin. Okay, I am. I said it. I'm a little bit worried. We've been talking about on the channel how Bitcoin has been showing some serious weakness and how we have a lot of levels of resistance above us. And although objectively we are in the lower part of the range and we should be looking to long on the macro level, we're seeing signs of weakness. Okay, we're seeing, although we have a lot of liquidity and although we should be looking in general to trade this area, I mentioned on the channel, I mentioned on the live streams, I've been talking about how we have a lot of resistance above us. And I've been talking about how, Bitcoin is really struggling to get over its first resistance, which isn't even that significant of a resistance. Okay. So in the last video, we covered how on the higher term time frames, we had low, high, low, high, low SFP. And the technical target for the SFP is that low. So number one, I am keeping my eye out on that low. But something that's a little bit concerning to me is even within the local range here, right? Between this low and this high, Bitcoin is really struggling. You can see that every single time there seems to be a move to the downside, it's a lot more significant than the move to the upside. Then we had a large dump. We longed from here because we did have a 4-hour spike wave. And now on the 4-hour time frame on Market Cipher B, you're starting to already see the money coming out. Okay, so am I suggesting to short right now? Absolutely not. Am I suggesting that we're going down from here? Absolutely not. But I am saying that there is a little bit of cause for concern. And the biggest red flag that I have is once again, people are way too bullish. Guys, we went over how Bitcoin bounced from this point and how this point wasn't really the most significant support. We went over how people are off their rocker, way too bananas, and how people are saying, oh, are we back? And yesterday's live stream was literally titled, Are We Back? And the first sentence I said in that live stream was me saying, no, I don't think that we're back. I think that we are not even close to getting out of these trenches at the moment. And in order for me to see and even talk about 100K or higher, or forget 100K, you can't talk about 100K if you haven't even gotten to 65K. But for me to like actually start to see some strength on Bitcoin, in my opinion, we need to start seeing candle closes really above 67.2K. But I'm going to be a little bit even nicer and say 65.5. If we can't get over 65.5, guys, we're coming for the lows again. And this is indicative. I keep saying that word wrong, but whatever, you'll get over it, of these lows, right? We have ugly lows. We have this ugly low that we put in as well. We also, contradictory to that idea, have ugly highs that we can come and take too. So we're right now in a very decisional moment. And I'm just seeing weakness. This historically, this 4-hour spike wave, which is why we were long yesterday. We took profits. I'm out of the long. This 4-hour spike wave historically is a bullish signal, okay? And it should produce a lot higher of a move than what we had yesterday, especially when we have this level of liquidity above us as well. However, as I mentioned, Bitcoin is already starting to struggle. And the problem is like I said, there's so much resistance, okay? Like we had, give or take, this order block that we could reject from. So we did short yesterday, and I actually called for the short on stream. So go back and watch yesterday's video. So we shorted from here, right? You have that level of resistance. You have resistance here as well. You also have resistance just above that. You also have little bit of resistance with inducement just above that. Now these are, and then obviously you have this guy's here. Now these are brief levels. I'm not going super in depth with it. That's not what this video is about. It's not a technical analysis video. However, you can see that Bitcoin is failing at the first sign of every single resistance. And I think that that is completely as a result of this low not being a good low, in my opinion. We made very ugly lows. We bounced from an area that's not really that much of an area, despite the fact that I gave that area perfectly in my VIP Discord. The link is in the description down below for those who are interested in checking that out. Now, one other thing I want to add to this video in that, oh man, this is not looking good. But one more thing I want to add in is that many people, many people, as I mentioned, you guys know, man, Crypto X is off their bananas, off their rocker. That's just how it's been. That's how the narrative is. It's always up only, up only. And, you know, GME is up, AMC is up, and I consider these shit coins, okay? Now, don't get me twisted. I have a lot of AMC, okay? But These objectively, in my opinion, are well, I guess it can't be objective if it's my opinion, but these are meme coins, okay? And then you can see actual meme coins. Dogecoin was up a little bit on the day. Pepe's up 10% on the day, while these other altcoins are just bleeding, okay? Now, we've been talking about how some of these altcoins can be making new bear market lows, and I absolutely believe that they can. But I don't think that these, what I'm going to call meme coins, being GME and AMC, are necessarily a bullish thing for the market in general as a whole, okay? Now, remember, when you're talking about the range, we are looking for longs, but I'm just bringing the data to you in that it's not looking strong, and that if these divergences were going to play out, if this was going to be a strong move, this should have already resulted us in a larger move than what we got prior to our rejection. So we do have levels beneath us. We do have levels above us. Right now, Bitcoin's showing weakness, in my opinion. And the fact that everybody and their mother is super bullish, and what I'm going to call these meme coins are pumping literally 100%, 200% in 2 days, and their stocks at that, in my opinion, that is just ways to get people into the markets in general. And when meme stocks are pumping, they're like tech stocks, like they're the same class, in my opinion, as crypto. And so this is going to get eyes into the crypto market, even though AMC and GME are stocks, but they're meme stocks, okay? And so while everybody is super, super bullish, and crypto Twitter is like, oh, we're so back. On top of that, people are looking at this as an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And guys, the market is designed to wreck you. This is how people get wrecked, because the swing traders are longing here and they're putting their stops below this low. And I don't see a world in which, as of right now, obviously, as the data changes, we could get a massive pump today and then start closing above these key levels, and I will be more bullish tomorrow. That's just how the game works. But right now, I just don't see that follow through coming from this already weak area when we have so much liquidity below us and everybody and their grandmother is bullish right now. And so for me to see proper higher prices in Bitcoin, in my opinion, like I said, we need to start getting those higher term time frame closes above those higher levels. Bitcoin needs to stop getting the smackdown, and we need to start putting in real lows. Like even this, even this price action that we already went over, right? This price action is ugly looking. Like this is very ugly looking. And this is exactly what Bitcoin has been doing for the last year, where we come, we put in a low, we start to like little bit creep up, and then we just blast off without taking that low again, which is not the strongest sign because it leaves liquidity behind. And so, yeah, we have long zones here. We do have areas that we can look for scalp longs. We have all this liquidity beneath us that we can grab, just like we did here, right? I told you. Bitcoin puts in a low, creeps up ever so slightly, and then it shoots off. And that's not a bullish thing in my opinion, anyways, in the long run of it. So, I'm looking for lower. We'll see what happens throughout the day. I'm a scalper, guys. I don't want anybody to say, if I'm saying I'm looking for lower and then tomorrow, Bitcoin does an AMC and is up 100% and says, "Oh, how's your shorts?" or how you were wrong, because I'm a scalper. Like the data changes literally all the time. But currently, as things look, Bitcoin is looking very weak. It looks like people are too bullish, people are too comfortable, and in my opinion, we haven't had that blood yet. And that's right across in the healthiest bull market, and I've said this many times on my live streams, but in the healthiest bull markets, we have the possibility of dumping 55%. I'm not saying that we're gonna dump 55% from here or from this high or whatever. But the thing is like it can't be up only. It can't. And so as soon as like not as soon as man, I'm stumbling on my words here, but while everybody keeps thinking up only and oh, we are so back, like that's what the sentiment that I was seeing across especially crypto Twitter. Like when I talk about other influencers and stuff, I'm mainly speaking about crypto Twitter because they're off their rocker. And while I was starting to see yesterday, oh, we're so back, we're going to 100K, haha, you idiots, you should have bought it below 60K, this, that, and the other. Like, when I see stuff like this, it's not a good look, in my opinion. We're already, like, we put in a low, we made ugly lows, we pumped out of that low, tried to take these highs, couldn't even take these highs, okay? These were exact highs that we put in yesterday. We couldn't even sweep these highs, and now we're already rejecting again. So in my opinion, unless Bitcoin starts to really show some strength, and soon, okay, soon, I'm talking in the next day or two, what's today? Tuesday? I'm saying by the end of tomorrow, or like, no, 2 days. So by Thursday, if Bitcoin has not taken this high and closed above this high by Thursday, not only do I think we're coming down to around the 50, let's say 59.5 area. So from here, another 3% move to the downside. But I think that if we don't hold this area, we are easily coming for this level of liquidity on the low at 56K. And I don't think we're going to just SFP it. I don't. I don't think it's going to be a liquidity grab because, like I said, many people are looking at this like an inverse head and shoulders pattern. And the market is designed to wreck you. And although everybody on crypto Twitter is off their rocker and they're saying, Max Payne is up. To me, Max Payne is not up at all. If like both the highs and the lows look like shit, but I think the lows look a little bit more shittier and smellier, we'll call it, than the highs here. So we'll see what happens if we start losing this. Like, man, these lows, if we don't get a rejection off of that 59.5K area, in my opinion, in the long term, we're gonna come for these lows and we're gonna come probably down to 53K because everybody is a little bit too confident. Everybody's a little bit too comfortable in these markets saying, did you buy the dip? Did you buy the dip? Anyways, guys, that's it for today's video. If you like the content, make sure you like and subscribe. I will see you in the next one, and I'll see you on the live streams while we are scalping the mother out of this market. And by the way, we've been absolutely killing it, so just saying.